It is that time of year when the world is drinking coffee with Bror Fredrik. I was just explaining to someone what I do. They're like, I didn't know you had like a full-blown freaking channel and all that. I'm like, yeah. I'm not talking the grams up in here. Alright, let me fire up chat activities, see what's what. You cannot see cars passing, but I can hear them as I was standing outside. Just blah, blah. And this, they're doing the, I think it's qualifiers, but they're also running a bunch of other vehicles. Like, I don't know how, why, but there was a what do you call it? What's Elon's truck? Cybertruck, and there was Bentley's and all sorts of like performance-type vehicles out there running the track. I mean, that's kind of cool. I wonder how much they paid for that. Oh, commercial. Got hit with an Expedia commercial straight out the gate. Just stop. Oh, a non-skippable commercial. I usually don't see those. All right, we're skipping it now, bro. Let me get over to all messages. What do we got? 66 people. That's a start. Chris, Nat, and Frank, Janice, Chris Miller, Anthony, what's going on? Venus, Harry, haven't seen that name in a while. What's going on, Harry? Larry Cox, happy F1 to you too. It sounds cool listening to horsepower. I mean, yeah, NASCAR's got some cool horsepower that you listen to, but something about the high revving horsepower. You know, like 11,000 RPMs. It hits on a whole different level. Tom Lars. Did I say Sony? I will say it again. Angie. Val Marie. Captain Dave. What's up, brother? Mr. Gumballs. Alright. Let's get some more people on here. And let's start this coffee procedure. I think I'm going to start with all four of these. They've been a little like... Our girl Jasmine is not around anymore. She told me she was getting a promotion at Amazon. She worked in a warehouse, so she got a promotion as some type of manager over there. She knew exactly how I took everything, where I took everything, when I took everything. So, yeah. She ain't around anymore, so I gotta deal with, you know, 4 Truvias. That type of stuff. But Haley is around, but Haley's still like thinking I'm all about the sugar. Although this does look so freaking tempting. I would have put at least this many in the coffee. Artificial sugar does not quite hit like the real deal. But I want to be healthy, wealthy, wise, and stay informed. And there goes the steamed milk that she always does right, Haley. And she also let me know her hours. Not sure why, but shout out, Haley. Alright, that's looking good. Best coffee in town. I'll say it once, I'll say it again. I hope it puts some asses in their seats. Joe says hello, but his posts are not showing? That's weird. I don't think... Yeah, well, he's certainly not blocked. Oh, it's one of you ladies got tired of him. Married 38 glorious months. Thank you very much. Bert is here too. Is this now? How soon is now? What? Say who? I don't get it. Alright, let me scroll back, see who else I missed. I don't think I missed anyone. Alright, we're good. Alright, let's do up this coffee real quick. I think we have to do our traditional look at the ceiling. Whoa. Let's F1 back down here. Whoa. Put that over there. Yeah, wouldn't that be awesome if Elon, well, I said the bad word. That's like a 4-letter word on YT. Wouldn't it be awesome if he did end up buying it? Then it'd be like real. shit would be getting real, you know what I'm saying? However, there is a rumor going around that he wants to buy, whatchamacallit, MSNBC. That rumor is certainly floating around. He, you know, it's funny. Someone said, like, there's an old post with, someone tagged Elon and said, Elon should buy Twitter and fix this place up. And Elon replied, how much do you think it cost? And then, like, less than a year later, he bought it. So, it might not be a rumor. He might be looking to... I mean, I've always said, Elon, yes, he's all about certain things, but he's also all about making money and all about, you know, his own interests like everyone else. So, it wouldn't surprise me if he wanted to corner the market on media, you know? And then, like, have people be watching MSNBC on their screens in their Teslas. Larry Cox, that coffee's bad for you. I'm drinking hard seltzer. I'm drinking Happy Dad's hard seltzer. That actually sounds pretty good. Like, I never had a problem with hard seltzers. What was that other one back in the day? Not White Claw. There was one before that. That everyone would be like, oh, if you drink that, you lose your man card, your testosterone goes down 100 points. What the hell was that? But it was good, you know? It was a little frou-frou, but, you know, you could drink it on a hot summer day like a freak. Yeah, ooh, that's good. Applause for the good coffee. It's so hard to find good coffee. This is the spot. Yeah, I saw that Park MGM made the top 10 dirtiest. But, you know, it's based on somebody's screen scraped, like, Yelp and found out all the references to dirty rooms. That's how they came up with that. I mean, there's no scientific way to do that. And most people are more apt to complain than they are to compliment. So it's not really, you know, fair in those terms either. But, of course, Circus was, like, #1. Flamingo was up there. Yeah, I was surprised to see Park MGM up there. You know, I haven't stayed there. I mean, last time I stayed there, they were Monte Carlo. That was a long time ago. Oh, that's good. I'm happy now. I'm extraordinarily happy. Ta-da-ta-ta. Oh, I got a commercial. I forgot. I got to refresh this shit. So yeah, the F1, this car's ripping by. President Frank with the 20 Bananaramas to help out with the parking today. You're awesome. I love you guys. Dude, you should be a voice actor. Yeah, TV Cuba. What did you do with that 230K? Did you, like, put it all into Bitcoin and buy Bitcoin when it was like $480? Are you like a bazillionaire now? That is cool. Yeah, I mean, I used to do it. All right, I'll tell a quick story, being that you brought that up. I used to do a lot of voiceover work. I used to do, you know, commercials and stuff. Sunday, you know. And so I just do like a little bit of singing for jingles and stuff because, you know, I mean, this is my normal voice like this, but I can drop it a couple more octaves and talk like this if I wanted to, whatever. However, believe it or not, there is zero need for this voice anymore. I mean, not that I want to get rich off it, but it would be fun doing some voice acting and whatnot on some freaking Disney shit or whatever. Or, you're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. Your heart is like a cactus and you're, you know, I could do that. I can get down like that. I could go even lower, but it takes longer to recover my voice. Anyway, so they will blatantly tell me, sorry, we have no need for your voice at all. It's too, like, one agent actually told me that it was in this day and, they're being honest, in this day and time, that a voice like this with authority is too threatening toxically masculine. You know, if I talk like this and was, you know, all freaking light in my loafers and whatnot, you know, I'd be in. But there's absolutely no call. Like, did you ever hear it? You know, like, you know what I'm saying? So, there's no call. But maybe that'll turn around over time. People will be like, you know, it's kind of cool, bro. It's kind of cool, bro. And I can get rid of the New York accent, and I can talk about, you know, stocks and bonds. And on today's weather, Bror Fredrik coming at you with today's weather live from Las Vegas. And we'll be back right after this. Yeah, I can do all that shit. Or I can really, like, yo it up. Zima. That's the one. Zima. Exactly. Zima was alright. I didn't have a problem with Zima. TB Cooper, so how did you survive jumping out of that plane? That's crazy. Are they giving you any royalties on all them shows they do about you? Yeah, and MSNBC is like a friggin' TED issue. Yeah, Bert, I mean, there's like nobody out there. People are like calling bullshit. Oh no, you wait till the race night. And I'm just like, yeah, I heard there was 5 deep against the fence. You heard a lot, whatever. I heard. What does that mean about anything? I heard. Good for you. I'm here with my 2 eyeballs, and there is nobody out there. Like, literally, if you want, we'll walk over there later. There is nobody out there. And you can't see shit anyway. Not from here. Janice with the 10 for the parking fund activities. Yeah, they wanted I said $50. They wanted $55 to park here tonight. It's like, and it was empty. That was the other thing, and it was empty. I found a spot like 4 down from the elevator. It's kind of nuts. Casino slot couple, how you doing? Let's see what else here. Yeah, I could do a troll voice. You know, that actually hurts. Like it hurts me all the way down to like my balls. Hey, Bror Fredrik, I heard it was 5 deep to see the F1 practices, and you don't know what you're talking about just because you live there and you're standing right in front of it. I know better because I'm an armchair quarterback. That hurts. That actually hurts. Wait, hold on. Alright. We're better now. Hey, Bror Fredrik. I get a lot of hey, Bror Fredrik. I mean, the good ones and the bad ones. Hey, Bror Fredrik. I do debate with people in the comments sometimes. I mean, I don't really care one way or the other. Like, I don't censor comments. I let them rip. Most of the comments that take place that are being censored are, YT does them. I don't. Wait, hold everything. What did I say? 9.99. Ooh, that's a bunch of Satoshis. Thank you for the Satoshis, for the Bitcoin fun. We're going to talk about Bitcoin for a second. Are you ready for it? Me talking about Bitcoin at 100,000? I mean, if you're not paying attention yet, when something hits 100,000, that used to be like $1. But yeah, thank you, man. Buying all the Bitcoin. Buy as much as you can. Buy it all. Kathleen, my voice actually hurts right now. Hey, Bror Fredrik. Hey, Bror Fredrik. Who are you trying to impress with that voice? Joe. Joe who? Joe Mama. Alright, hold on a second. Let me get my comments up. I gotta see all the comments. But you can imagine that? I mean, they're charging that kind of frickin' fashion show mall. I had to go over there because I was across the street at TR. See, you're not allowed to say it, even though he's president. TRUMP International. I had to go across the street over there. And so I was going to park at the fashion show mall, except they wanted $50 to park there too. But I know someone over there who gave me a parking pass. How's the weather? It's beautiful. In my opinion, it is beautiful. According to My watch, it is currently 57. I would probably call it 55. It'll go down into the 40s tonight. It's been beautiful in the 40s. I slept straight through last night. It's so nice sleeping without the air conditioner ripping. I have it on 69, and it just rarely ever hits it. It comes down to, like when I got up, it was like 66 or 65, you know, like, they claim there's insulation in my walls. Somehow I doubt it, though. You're in New York? What part of New York? And what's the weather like? Oh, yeah, no, see, okay, I was just going to discuss that. You want to see that real quick? I pulled this up on Coinbase Prime. Being that we're going to talk about it. F it, we're going to talk about it. F it, we'll talk about it real quick. For all of you who aren't playing along at home, like everyone's fearing that there's going to be a shitload of shorts liquidated. Here's the book right now. This is right from Coinbase Prime. If you've never read an order book before on a stock trading platform, you got your bids, you got your ask, and at what price. Now these are all the people trying to buy, and these are how much they want to buy. This guy wants to buy 8.3 Bitcoin, and he put in a bid at 99,700, and these are all people selling. Check the sell orders. A lot of these are shorts, and a lot of these people are just like, fuck it. I mean, look at the numbers here. This cat here wants to sell 1,018 Bitcoin at the exact price. Remember I tell you never put exact prices. You'll get your stop blown through. I would have put like I would have made it like 0, 2, and 13 cents or some shit. Anyway, so at 100,000, if it hits 100,000, this dude is selling 1,018 Bitcoin. You know what? Do the math. That is $100 million. Look at all the rest of the orders here. 1,000, 1,100, 1,100, 1,100, 1,100, 1,200 at various prices. I mean, that's $100 freaking million. That is ridiculousess. That's beauty. That's more than beauty. Or is that $1 billion? I don't know. And these poor people are trying to buy like 240. I'm over here trying to buy like 0.005. Them orders always get filled though. But like, yeah, pay attention to this. But what is gonna happen is when those orders get hit, it's gonna flood the market. People are gonna scoff it up. The price is gonna go down, and that's a good thing for all of you who like trying to buy it. You know, I don't care if it dropped back down to 57 when I started buying it. I'll just buy more. It doesn't bother me. But once all those shorts and all those orders get executed, 200,000 by Christmas. I called it. Don't tell me I didn't call it. I said it would be between 85 and 100 by Halloween. I nailed it. I called it. Let's not even pretend I didn't. I could read charts and I got a freaking brain. Anyway, so yeah, shout out to everyone who's on the Bitcoin train. I mean, they got a people who there's a name for people who aren't waking up to Bitcoin yet. What is that called? Poor. No offense, I'm just fucking with you. There's actually a song called Poor. Anyway, what are we talking about here? Let's talk about more. How's the weather? Too many people cashing. Yeah, I mean, that's fine. I mean, people say, oh, hodl it forever. Hodl your Bitcoin forever. What's the frickin' point? You know, if I had 1,000 Bitcoin, I'd probably sell off like, 10 of them right now for a quick $1 million and do some good in the world. buy a new wardrobe or some shit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the rest of it ain't going anywhere, so I have 990 left. Whatever. They're still gonna say, yeah, I know. See, that's Mike. Thank you for the 10. That's one of the. You just nailed the number one problem that I have with the verbiage that people are using. They're saying it's an asset class. They're saying it's a commodity. Some people saying it's an asset, which leads to capital gains. But it is money. It is currency. You cannot put capital gains tax on a freaking currency. You shouldn't be able to. Like, okay, if I was trading the dollar against the euro and I shorted it and I made, $50K and I cashed it out, I didn't keep it in that, because I'm executing a foreign exchange right there, so I'm paying that VIG, but it's currency, but it's capital gains because I'm converting it back into my native fiat currency, so I have to pay the capital gains tax. I get it. But at the same time, it's bullshit. Once it's declared an actual currency, they have to eliminate taxes. And Trump's been talking about that. Trump has been talking about, eliminating capital gains tax on Bitcoin, which will bring all the freaking Bitcoin into America. Because right now, people who are heavy hodlers of Bitcoin, you know where they're living? In Dubai. Who the fuck wants to live in Dubai in 130-degree weather? You know what I'm saying? They'd all rather come back here, but they can't because they don't want to pay the tax on it. All right. How much do I weigh right now? I weighed myself yesterday and I weighed 183. So I lost a lot of weight. Bitcoin is a scam. Well, Larry, prove it. What's the Ponzi scheme? Dude, what do you actually know about it? Okay. I will give you this. I had this conversation with someone today. There are a lot of scammers in the crypto space. Just because that's where the money is, so that's where the scammers go. But I hear that all the time. Thank you, Kathleen. I do appreciate that. But, Bitcoin's a scam, and people who use fiat currency are called poor. So, okay, how would it be a scam if I just cashed out all my Bitcoin today and bought a frickin' house? Who got scammed? When these people I just showed you cash out their 1,012 Bitcoin, who got scammed? Who got scammed? How's it a scam? Nobody controls it. It's decentralized. Nobody can scam no one. You could do dumb shit. People do dumb shit all the time, like in X. Oh, post your Bitcoin address and I'll send you 5 Doge coins if you follow me. I'm gonna post might as well post a password to your frickin' bank account, but people do it. And then they get ripped off and then they're like, oh, Bitcoin's a scam. No, you got scammed because you're ignorant. But that doesn't make it how's it a scam? Because it's money. I buy shit with Bitcoin. I sell shit for Bitcoin. I sold something today that I got paid in Bitcoin. Who's scamming who? But I like it. See, the fact that there are still people out there, like you, Larry, and I'm not picking on you, you're probably a great guy, that still consider it a scam, that's excellent. That is so good. I love hearing Bitcoin is a scam, it's a Ponzi scheme, and all the other talking points. I love it. Because that is just so indicative of how early on this is, and how much money there is to be made. And how, it's so ground floor that people okay, want to see a scam? I'll show you a scam. I'll show you the biggest scam known to man. Hold on. Wait, I'm getting it out. There it is. The biggest scam that was ever devised. Right there. Oh, what is that? Is that a pyramid on the back? Okay, tomorrow, this is going to be worth less than today. And the day after, it's going to be worth... How's this not a scam? This is the greatest... Besides Social Security, fiat currency is the biggest scam known to man. But I love the fact that people will still say it's a scam. You know why? Because it's more for me. Because eventually, and more for everyone else who's already on board, there's not going to be any left, and people who do not have Bitcoin are going to be fucked. I mean, honestly. I mean, I hate to put it in such graphic terms, but you are. Because you are. There's not going to be... It's going to go... Okay, here's my prediction. Just like I predicted 100,000, and it's hitting it now. 85 by the end of October. By next year, it'll be probably closer to 1 million. You heard it here. I'm going to call it between 600 and 1 million. I know that's a wide range, but I'll keep narrowing it as the year goes. So where's the Ponzi scheme? Who's getting rich off of it? Except the people who are holding it. Now, you can buy $10 worth of Bitcoin. You can buy $1,000 worth of Bitcoin a month ago. It'd now be worth $1,400. So if you had 10,000, it'd be 14,000. If you had 100,000, it'd be 140,000. Where are you gonna get that type of return? But that's besides the point. When it's $1 million, you buying $10 worth of it isn't gonna mean shit. You will not have enough money to buy Bitcoin once it hits $500,000. You can still do it. You can still do it all you want, but it's not gonna really dent anything. You know, the opportunity is now, and all the people are sitting back there on the sidelines going, duh, it's a scam. I feel bad, because you're going to be stuck working with paper money that the government keeps printing, and it has no value. What the hell are you going to do with it? Oh, I buy gold. Oh, shiny rocks. That's important. Anyway. Kathleen, bro, you look great. Thank you very much. I do appreciate that. It's steady, a little going up, a little down, but hey, it's new to me. Just study, bro. Anthony, just study. Just study. Doge? Shit, I bought Doge, and I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just some freaking knucklehead who just reads a lot of stuff and studies world economics and policy, and I read SEC reports and white papers. Because I care about my future. More people know about their favorite football team than about money and how to preserve it and how to make it. They think making it is like, oh, you wake up at 8, you show up at 9, you slide down the frickin' Brontosaurus at 5, you go home, you drink beer, you watch sports. And they apply no effort into figuring out how money works. Do you know why we're not on a gold standard? What's a gold standard? We're going to be on a Bitcoin standard. If it's a Ponzi scheme, why is the entire freaking planet buying? Anyway, it's awesome. It's freaking awesome. It's freedom of speech because it's been declared a piece of code. And I could talk about it all night. Doge is, I mean, I bought Doge when it was freaking 9 cents. It's at 40 cents right now. I mean, I wish I had, if I had $100,000 to put into Doge at 9 cents, I would have made a $300,000 profit in a fucking month. And everyone's like, oh, crypto's a scam. You just don't get it. You just don't get it. I got XRP too. You just don't get it. That's okay. Go to work. Someone's going to have to work on my house, you know? Someone's going to have to do all. Someone's going to have to change my tires. It's going to be all the people who like poo-pooed frickin' Bitcoin and, you know, think fiat currency is cool. And I will pay them in fiat currency. I'll give them $5, you know? Fuck it. You want some paper? Paper's cooler than Bitcoin? All right, here's some green paper. There's some paper with green ink on it. That means nothing. Funds cool wars and everything, though. Can't fund a war with Bitcoin. Can't wreck the economy with Bitcoin. But I digress. No, I'm not digressing. I'm just having fun. I mean, oh yeah, is anyone getting it yet? I'm gonna shut up now. Should I shut up now? Hey, what's your take on the flat? The flat, I'm actually, okay. They've been talking about it forever. You should have been a Bitcoin bull. Yeah, bro. Oh my God, Teddy. We're going to talk about flat tax in a second. If I digress, pull me back in. I first heard about Bitcoin and someone tried to frickin' orange pill me at $4,700. And it was a hot chick too. And I still didn't listen to her. And I was like, it's a scam. That was me. That was me. And back then, what was that? Almost 10 years ago, 8 years ago, 7 years ago, whatever it was. Back then, I could have bought 10 of them without even thinking twice about it. Without even like, it would have been just like, fuck it. I got nothing else to do with this $50K that I made off of 2 jobs. That was back when I was making money before the shutdown, you know? But I didn't get it. It wasn't illustrated to me. I didn't understand what it could be because you know what? The internet did not exist the way it does now with the amount of information, with people like me trying to frickin', wake people up. But I should just shut the fuck up. That way I can buy more. Because the more you guys don't buy, the more I can. But now you got like Michael Sayer out there buying it all, and BR and all the rest of them buying all the frickin', And eventually that means yours, they're gonna try to get it from you. And you can, I'm telling you, I plan on retiring Christmas Eve of 2030. And you hear that? Bitcoin will be in 2030, somewhere in the neighborhood. I'm predicting 3 to 5 million per Bitcoin. That's a 50x over where we are right this very moment. 30 to 50x. I mean, so even if you got like half a Bitcoin, whoop-de-doo, you're turning your 50K into 1.5 to 2.5 million bucks, if not more. Like the true bulls like Michael Sayer are predicting 10 to 15. My look is a little more conservative, 3 to 5. Picture 10 to 15. You hear that? Oh, those are the actual F1 cars. There's nothing like that sound. All that horsepower and the RPMs. Can you hear that? So imagine if I bought a 47. I probably wouldn't be sitting here, I'll be that honest. Because I would have just kept buying and kept buying. But, see, there was a shakeout on the last halving where it went from like 70 back down to 16. That would have been a little freaking scary. I don't know how I would have behaved through that bear cycle. Like buying on paper rich like an MFer at 70 and then it drops back down to 16. I would have bought, imagine buying at 16. Now 16 is like, oh my God. But I started talking about this at 53, which was only 3 months ago. So everyone, imagine if you bought a Bitcoin when I was talking about it at 53, you would have doubled your money. You would have 50K profit right now. Or if you bought $100 worth, it'd be 150 right now. Anyway, I don't want to talk about that all night. It's exciting, but it is what it is. The thing is that if people believe what they can... People only believe what they can see and they can touch. Whether it's, I get it. I get it, but you can't see and touch anything with paper money either. I mean, how does this... Okay, this is the last I'll talk about. How does this... Oh, I got a 5. Even better. How does this, that you can touch it, mean anything? Like, I can touch it. Well, what does it mean? What does this thing mean? It's an IOU printed by the... You know what the governments are going to start doing now? They're going to start printing money to buy Bitcoin. That's what every government on the face of the earth is going to do. Print more of this to buy more Bitcoin. You know what that's going to do to people who believe in this? Fuck them. I mean, go ahead and drop the soap because you're fucked with this. I mean, the more they print, the less yours means something. That's where inflation comes from. They print it. They could print this at a whim. It's not backed by anything. It's backed by nothing. Nothing. Who established this? Who says this is worth a goddamn thing? Nobody. The United States of America. Federal Reserve note. Federal Reserve note. Federal Reserve's a private company. It has nothing to do with the United States of America. So you're holding some shit. It might as well say Amazon money on the top. Might as well say anything. Might as well say Ferrari money. Might as well say anything. This is corporate money. What the hell is this? It doesn't mean anything. And it's like holding on to an ice cube and watching it melt in your hand. Hold this for 5 years. Okay, today I can buy this coffee for $5. This is a perfect illustration. This coffee is $5. I could pay for this. In 5 years, it will take 2 of these to buy the same cup of coffee. How's that a good idea? To be involved in this shit? Because in 5 years it's gonna be worth half? But people are like, oh, you gotta save money. Put it under your mattress. Oh, get 2% interest. No, doesn't work like that. You can touch it, but, you know, you can touch some fake titties too. That still doesn't make them real. Whatever.
It's because I did that with a lot of you.
I mean, yeah, you can still like play with them. You can still buy some stuff with the money, but it's a depreciating. That's like investing in a car. All right, I'm gonna buy a car, and you know that's gonna be my investment for the future. I'm gonna buy this car for $10,000, and I'm just gonna park it and keep it in perfect condition, and I'll sell it when I retire for $3,000. But people believe that's smart, and that's obviously a illustrating analogy, but how is that smart? It's the same thing with money. The shit's depreciating. But doesn't that sound good? Blah, 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 blah. Best you waited for someday to fall like Bitwise. What is that? Best you waited for some to fall away like Bitwise. What's Bitwise? Is that some scammy thing? $20 million settlement for its employee? What is Bitwise? I gotta go look up what Bitwise is. And people say that all the time. But look at FTX. I mean, okay. If you got all your money in Navy Federal Credit Union and they went out of business, does that make money a fiat a scam? Well, fiat is a scam. But yeah, FTX, I mean, if you're dumb enough to keep your money on an exchange, I feel bad. I wouldn't say you deserve it, because no, like I hate that shit when people say, well, if you're dumb enough to do that, you deserve it. If you're dumb enough to do this, then you deserve it. I say that to that, because that's a harsh, messed up statement, you know, and it's so self-righteous and ridiculous. I will never say that. But if you keep your money on an exchange, keeping your money in a bank is as stupid. It's as stupid. I mean, why would you want to keep money in a bank? Explain one reason. Give me one rational reason to keep money in the bank. They don't have it. If 100 people, if 100 people, okay, this is your local bank. If 100 people showed up on the same day, the same hour, at the same time, and withdrew all their money, that bank would lock their doors. Because they don't have it anymore. Once you give them your money, it's gone. They spend it. Our banking system, our banks are bankrupt. Listen, man, our banks, the American banks, are completely bankrupt. Completely and utterly bankrupt. Why are they still open? Because there's this thing called unrealized losses. They have trillions of debt that can never, ever, ever be paid on their books, and they keep pushing it forward, and they're only, oh, that's awesome. They're only telling people about the money they're making. Americans are not paying their cars, Americans are not paying their home loans, Americans are not paying their credit card, Americans are $1.2 trillion in debt, just in credit card debt that they're not paying. So they have all these losses on their books. And they take your money when you deposit your paycheck on Friday, and they loan it out to other people for various ventures, for mortgages, all the rest of that shit. Then, you know, the mortgage goes belly up and your money goes with it. Now they will give you someone else's money, which makes a bank a Ponzi scheme. You're not getting back your money, you're getting back the guy behind in front of you's money. He just made a deposit. Oh shit, we got $900 that Bror Fredrik needs. Let's give it to him. That's a Ponzi scheme. But banks are one big frickin' Ponzi scheme. Social Security is the biggest Ponzi scheme ever perpetrated on humanity. I mean, that is ridiculous. If you stuck that money in a high interest savings account, even at like 3.9%, you'd have $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 by the time you retire without ever having to touch the principal. And what does the government give you? Oh, we'll give you $1,100. Again, do it friggin' $1,100. Anyway. So yeah, the banking system, if 100 people showed up on the same day and said, give us our money, they don't have it. That shit is gone, goodbye, and the government allows them to get away with it because they're too big to fail. Even though eventually our banking system will collapse, and it's gonna take your money with it. Oh, but it's FDIC insured. It's SPIC insured. Yeah, right. Yeah, right it is. Do you actually think when a major bank closes, or all of them at the same time, when all this unrealized debt comes into fruition, do you think the federal government is gonna mail you a check for anything? Where's they gonna get all that money? They're gonna print some more, maybe? People have such blind trust in because look, it has a building and has a teller who half the tellers don't even speak English anymore. Oh, I got a bank story too. Oh shit, I got a bank story. Remind me of the bank story. I got a bank story. Hold on. I could hold, hey, Maria Ann, I could hold my Bitcoin in my hand. I could hold the keys in my hand all friggin' day long, which are more valuable. I have the keys to my accounts, my blockchain accounts, right in my hand. So, I mean, hold your money. I mean, I really don't care. It doesn't matter. See, I love that people are so skeptical. I still love talking about it, but I love that people are skeptical. Because eventually there isn't gonna be any more. So it's up to me to buy as much as I can. I don't care. If it's $10, I'm buying it. If it's $5. If I have $5 left at the end of the week, I'm buying it. I don't give a shit. It just is what it is. You would invest in Bitcoin today-ish, knowing I would have, it would have gone up either way. You know, Bitcoin is rather agnostic when it comes to politics. However, being that 47 is so friendly towards it, he triggered a race. And I believe he should have kept his freaking mouth shut when he started talking about creating a Bitcoin reserve and paying off our national debt in just a couple of years as Bitcoin goes through the frickin' moon. You know? We're at $36 trillion in debt as a country right now, which is despicable. Anyway, so that caused FOMO, fear of missing out, in China and Russia. China made it legal yesterday. On November 1st, Russia made Bitcoin legal to mine and hodl. This is an all-out frickin'... Yeah. And that's why the price is shooting up, because he opened his mouth, number one. Then you got people like Michael Sayer. Oh, it's going to, 13 million on October 1st of 2031, whatever. I mean, I dig the enthusiasm, and I'm enthusiastic, but it's also pricing small people like us out of the game. You know, when I'm putting in a bid for my 0.001 Bitcoin, and I want to make a purchase, and you got like the whole government of frickin' Spain trying to buy 1,000 Bitcoin, and then they're never gonna sell it. They're never ever gonna sell it. That's the thing. Whatever people are buying Bitcoin now are never, ever, ever, ever. It's not gonna it's not gonna come back on the market. It's never coming back on the market. That shit is gone for good. Like, people like me, what'll I do with it in 10 years? I mean, I'll start living off it. even when Bitcoin levels out, even when it levels out, it'll still be producing roughly 35% annual return, even when it levels out. And that will be more than enough for me to live on. And then what am I going to do? Die? And there'll be another frickin', Bitcoin address sitting with money with nobody? No, I'm going to will it to someone or a bunch of people and let them worry about it. But yeah, you'll be able to buy a house in 20 years with like what you bought in Bitcoin this month, the 150 bucks. But we're all nuts, right? Can you do that with money? Can you do that with paper money? Fuck no. Your $150 that you put into Bitcoin is going to be worth... You know that the dollar has lost 99% of its value in less than 100 years? And most of that coming from when we got off the the gold standard in 71. So you could buy a house for 150 bucks in 20 years with Bitcoin. However, the house that you could buy right now for 400,000 in 20 years will cost you like 13 million. Who's gonna win that race? Who's gonna win that? Marta, how you doing? I understand your points, but other people don't. Yeah, no, I don't care. I mean, like I said, it's good. Yeah, and you just keep studying, study. And I'm gonna point you in a direction. Study self-custody. That is the number one thing I will tell anyone who's thinking about getting involved. Again, I'm not a financial advisor, don't claim to be, don't want to be, don't care to be. I just want my fellow humans to not get left in the dirt, because those who are not on board within very, 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 very soon are going to remain poor forever. And all their progeny, all their generations moving forward are going to be poor too. You're just it's not gonna be good. It's not gonna be good. And I love people, and I just want people to have, and it's not all about money, but it's about your future. It's about the future. Because when this bullshit system, that fiat currency that we're working on now, collapses, it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad. Bitcoin is worth whatever the next guy will pay for it. Exactly, that's why it's going up. Larry, that's a perfect analogy of why it's going to be $10 million within the next few years. Because people are going to be willing to pay $10 million for it. Precisely. That's not a diss. That's exactly how it was designed to work. Because, governments are buying it. Bigger idiot theory. And nothing. Cool. I love you guys. I love you guys that hate on the future. I feel sorry. I feel sorry for you in a certain way, because you just don't know what's coming. That's one thing about people who study money, which I study money. I still have ETFs. I still hold stock. PLTR. I tripled my money on PLTR in the past couple of months. I hold, I hold stock. I'm not going to say I don't, because there's money to be made there too. I make money wherever there's money to be made, when it comes to money. But if you don't understand money, the bigger idiot theory, I love it. You know what? Then I guess whole entire countries are the bigger idiot, and you're the only smart one, obviously. And you will work until the day you die, and everyone who shares the same DNA as you will also work until the day they die for the man, and pay taxes or go to jail. And that sucks. That's kind of depressing, and I feel bad. That honestly makes me feel bad. But at the same time, I don't care, because then there's more for me, It doesn't matter. So my future generations are secure. But if you're not on board, what are you going to do? Teach your kids how to work? son, see how the shovel works? You put it in the ground and you press on it. What? That's what you want for your future progeny or whatever? Because you were just like, ha ha ha. Jim Cramer said Bitcoin was stupid. Okay. Someone's gonna have to do my lawn. Someone's gonna have to do my grandkids' lawn. It's gonna be your kids, your grandkids. You know, that's just the facts. That's not being a dick, that's just the facts. You know, and I'll feel bad, but not really. Because you've had opportunity and you chose to ignore and watch football and do dumb shit, drink beer. You know, just skip one beer a week and buy some freaking Bitcoin. Just see what happens. You know? I mean, it's making money while you sleep. More than you're earning during the day, but people just don't freaking know. I don't. Yeah, see, you can't print more. That's what people don't understand. And find out, like I said, find the number one thing you could do for yourself is self-custody. Don't ever trust anyone. Not an exchange, not a bank, not Michael fucking Saylor. Screw all that. Your coins, your keys. You have the keys to your own frickin' Bitcoin. And take advantage of that. Oh, but that's a lot of work, you know. I gotta watch F1 race. I can't study that. You'll be able to buy a frickin' F1 race if you do shit right. Yeah, Jeff, that is funny AF. You tape a banana to a... I saw that. Someone, you know what he's talking about? Someone took a banana, frickin' rotten banana, duct taped it to a wall and sold it for $1 million. Because people will buy that. But it is what it is. But you can't spend it. I can spend my Bitcoin all frickin' day long. Where can you find a trusty merchant? I'm not going to talk about, I don't want to make recommendations on such things in this format. I would talk about it, you know, on my own channel, brorfredrik.com. Oh, by the way, I forgot to invite everyone to like, share, subscribe, hit the bell button to get notified when I do this again, which is at least 5 times a week. And I don't always talk about Bitcoin, but you guys brought it up, so I'm going to talk about it. And do the stuff. And that's where we did one today. I did an episode today, a live stream on brorfredrik.com, and we talked about phone security. Basically, how to avoid SIM swapping and what two-factor authentication is and how to do it correctly, which will also protect your Bitcoin. Anyway, what else? Enough. It is the holidays. Positive thoughts. Oh, I'm positive. I am 100% positive. I mean, if everyone else isn't positive, that's kind of enough. I'm not wishing, trust me, Mike. You know I love people. I love you too. I'm not wishing bad on anyone. I'm just like, I see the writing on the wall. Okay. If crypto did not exist, if it did not exist, obviously I wouldn't be talking about it. But I care about my fellow human beings, that's who I am. I don't want to hold it to myself, you know? But suppose it didn't exist. I would still understand how bad of a place we are in history financially. We're in a bad place. And we're in bad shape. If people, Teddy, bought it on Robinhood and transferred it to a ledger. Okay, I gotta ask you, okay, 2 things. Gotta ask about Ledger, and we gotta talk about what happened at the bank. I don't wish bad on my fellow. I wish everyone the absolute best, but we're in bad shape. And the longer we keep our head in the sand and not talk about it, it's just gonna get worse. And I agree, it's the holidays and whatever. I'm just doing that because we're chilling and chatting here, but it's bad. And people are gonna spend money on credit cards. You know, the average person is holding between $9,000 and $12,000 in credit card debt and whatever that they can never repay. I mean, if you understood money on the level that I do the research, money supply, the M2 reports. I read all that shit, believe it or not. I listen to conference calls. I listen to, I study. I want to know. I've always wanted to know. If people would realize they would not touch their credit cards at all, even if it meant not giving the kids Christmas. But we live in a society now, well, Christmas presents. We live in a society where if you made a handwritten card and went and like shotgunned a rabbit and fed it for Christmas Eve, like you'd be considered cheap. Just put it on your credit card, buy a turkey, buy all the gifts, buy a new iPhone for your kids. Watch a movie, there's a new documentary on Netflix called Buy Now, and it kind of explains how consumerism has just totally screwed up the existence that we're supposed to have. Yeah, but they lean more into it starts getting a little environmentally stupid after a while, so I had to bail on it, but it'll give you an idea, of the marketing that takes place to get people to be consumers. Because, do you know when we get born, where they give us a social security number? Does anyone actually know what a social security number is? Should I go there? It's your value. It's your value to the government. Okay, a new baby was born. Now we can issue debt against this new baby. Because this new baby, should it be healthy, will generate X amount of income via tax revenue over the course of its life. Now factoring in that we'll also have to pay him back this and pay him back that when he's older. Bottom line, after doing all the spreadsheet on this new human that just got born, yay, it's a boy. They're worth $204,522.08. I shit you not. That is what a birth certificate is. And they lend and borrow against the very freaking life you lead. You're an asset. Merry Christmas. But anyway. But everyone's just like, no, is that a conspiracy? Or is it actually written down where you could actually read it? Government lost their money, lost their arse betting on me, so buy some Bitcoin, bro. Get rich. That's all I can say. You know what? One of the things that took place from me getting rid of my storage unit, it's your tax ID. We think it's to pay. No, it's our taxpayer ID. It's our value. That's how little they think. We're like, oh, it's a boy. What shall I name it? Having a big reveal party. No, the government's like, an asset was born. And if that asset does not produce and give us our frickin' due, we'll put its asset in jail. But we're living in the land of the free, home of the brave, right? I could go on. If you don't understand these things, that's a problem. That's why there's sports. That's why there's beer. That's why there's shitty food. That's why there's fluoride in the water. So you remain like, duh, and don't understand this stuff. And you just think like, everything's fine. But it is fine. I love God. God loves me. Ain't shit gonna happen to me. Well, we all live behind enemy lines, but still. Life is good. I'm happy. Don't get me wrong. I'm freaking happy. You know why? Because I see. It's the people out there who don't know what's coming, I have pity for. They're going to be the ones caught off guard. They're going to be, I've been watching this shit take place for the past 30 years that I've been studying. I'm just sitting there going, and making moves accordingly. But when I cleared out my, you hear them? You hear that? You hear that? That's freaking badass. Anyway, when I cleared out my storage unit, I was just like, holy shit, if I could have back all this money that I'm just throwing, I gave, I'd say 50%, maybe 25% I kept, 25% I sold, and bought Bitcoin. Whatever I'm selling from my storage unit, I'm buying Bitcoin with. It's found money. Duh. Sold something today, bought Bitcoin. And 50% I gave to Goodwill. And I'm like, if I only had that back, you know, all the money I pissed away, except for Christmas stuff. Christmas ornaments and shit like that, no, I'll have that forever. Let someone else throw it out when I'm dead. But holy shit, the amount of money that we spend on our consumerism is freaking ridiculous. You want to know? Okay, this is what the government did. Did the government not lower, that's getting loud. Did the government not lower the interest rate by half a point? Did they not lower it by another quarter of a point? How come mortgage rates went up this month? How come mortgage rates went up this month instead of going down? Because it's all part of the plan. How come you're paying, how come no matter, even if you're paying down your credit card, they're raising the interest rate. Remember when your credit card used to be 18% interest? Do you even know what you're paying on interest right now? Probably 28, 26, because it's a variable rate. So there's no way, they're like, holy shit, this person's paying off their card. Let's hike their rate so they keep in debt. And you're paying penalty rate being a great customer with a 790 score. And you don't even frickin' know it. You're so caught up in the bullshit that's going on around here. F1 races, sports, The Bachelor, you know, the latest fucking pizza place that just opened. And you don't even know what your credit card interest payment is. And I'm just sitting there going, you know, I could talk, and most people are like, whatever, bro, you're no fun, have a drink, come watch the game. Like, no, I'm good. We gotta go outside and listen. When we're done. Alright, what else do we have to talk about? Where am I sitting? I'll show you. This is the front of the Forum shop. That is the... Where is that? Where are we? It's backwards, it's hard to see. Right over there is the strip. So it's loud. It is loud. Like last year, if you remember, you know, I went to the race last year. I had to wear hearing protection. It's that loud. We're inside behind doors, and you can hear that. Okay. Isn't that cool? How come the Fed is actually a privately owned business? JFK wanted to decouple from the Fed. No, the Fed is a privately owned business because they sunk the Titanic. Know your history. You know, they created, when did the Federal Reserve get created? Just in time to collect taxes, which corresponded with Titanic sinking. Who was everyone on board who was against creating a Fed. So the Federal Reserve, you think it's a good thing that it's held by a private company that controls all our lives? How about Bitcoin, which is decentralized? Nobody controls it except you, yay! That's so funny. You like that? That's funny. Anyway, where is the radar cops? Let's see. That's like 11,000, 13,000 RPM and 1,100 horse. This is the straightaway right here. This is where they reach like 210 to 215, something like that. It's cool. Alright, what else do I gotta talk about? Oh, flat tax. I I say completely abolish taxes altogether. Like Dubai doesn't have taxes. Somehow they seem to be keeping the lights on. We didn't have taxes until 1913, and it was temporary, so we could pay for World War III. World War One. We'd do just fine without it. Las Vegas is fixing to raise theirs. We're at what, 8.65? They're gonna raise it to 9.1. Yay, hotel room rates. Yeah. So, I mean, they could technically do without them. You know, all the tariffs. People don't understand money. Should just shut the fuck up, number one. If you don't understand money, if you don't know what the gold standard is, if you don't know history, if you don't know how they print money, if you don't know how inflation works, if you don't know what APR versus annual, high, if you don't know, you should just shut the fuck up, number one. Shut the fuck up so you can listen and learn. Okay, number two. How you doing? Number two. What was number two? Oh yeah, we could do without it. If you understood how it works, you could understand how tariffs make sense. Oh, tariffs! I heard on CNN that I'm gonna have to pay more with tariffs. You're already paying fucking $9 for a dozen eggs, so shut up. Quit with the talking points. Tariffs would be smart. I don't have a problem with it. It just has to be implemented correctly. But it's not even that. It's the government waste. It's spending $90 for a bolt. It's, all this laundering that's taken place with the crane and the Rus and all the rest of that. It's politicians who make $140,000 a year. Somehow, by the end of their tenure, they're worth $400 million because they're front-running stocks like Nancy Pelosi. Do you know that she sold Google the day before the Fed came out and said they must sell off Chrome because it's a monopoly? How the hell are people okay with that? If you did it, you'd be in jail. But, and people vote for that. We want more of that. She's cool. Dumbasses. It's like, I don't know, whatever. But I'm sure you're great people. You just don't know your ass from the hole around. Anyway, what are we talking about? Flat tax. It makes sense because if you want true equity, equality or equity in finance, the less you make, the less you pay in taxes because you're consuming less. A guy who's buying Bugattis and frickin', all the toys and $8 million house and, his sheets cost $4,000 and I'm buying my shit at Amazon for $27. I'm going to pay less because I spent $27 on my sheets, and he's going to pay more because he spent $1,000 on his Egyptian cotton ones. So that's fair. So the rich pay more taxes and the poor pay less taxes. The first 50K or so should be free. So that is equitable, but still unnecessary. If you were to get rid of government waste, do you know that we bailed out the post office for billions and billions of dollars? And they're a private company, even though it says U.S. Post Office. They're a private company who handled the election ballots, who endorsed a specific candidate, but they're in charge of delivering the ballots. But it says U.S. on it, and it's red, white, and blue. Okay, after all the billions of dollars that we gave them, for 2024, they're in the red for $9 billion. $9 billion. After all that bailout that they received, they're in the red for $9 million. They operate at a complete loss. So you eliminate the waste. You don't really need as much taxes as you think you do. Eliminate taxes on veterans. Eliminate taxes on No school taxes. Yeah. I mean, yeah. You pay taxes. Yeah, paying taxes for schools, and you don't send your kids there, and they're at the bottom of the frickin' list is stupid. Property tax is another enormous. It's theft. Property tax is theft. You bought your house, and now you have to pay for it. So you know what? You know what that's to prevent? Generational wealth. So you buy a house, you pay 1.5% property tax on it forever. That way your kids got to keep paying it. So you're paying for the house over and over and over because it's not yours legally. You know, if you own a house, and I do too, you don't own it. Read your contract. You don't own it. If it can be taken away from you for not giving the VIG, the protection money that's called property tax, if they could take it away from you for that, you don't own it. You don't own your house. Anyway, nor your condo if you have an HOA. You don't own it. There's all the lies that people think they know, but they don't. That's the biggest scam going. They eliminate that shit. Oh, but it takes care of the roads. Oh, really? You mean those giant potholes I drive over every fucking day? That's where it's going? Cool. This town wouldn't give a shit about a smooth road if it bit them in the ass, other than F1. The rest of the streets in this town, you could bury freaking cows in some of the potholes. Rabbits and raccoons at a bare minimum. It's like, everywhere you go. I don't care what neighborhood you're in, nice ones, bad ones, these roads are tragically fucked up. Except for Decatur, and it took them 4 years to pave a 3-mile stretch. That's why I have to pay property tax? Okay. Oh, it goes to the police. Oh, you mean the ones who will arrest me if I point the camera at them? So I am paying their salaries. Holy shit. Oh, it goes to the ambulance. Oh, wait a second. Don't they charge you afterwards? So how's my tax money paying for that when they send me a bill later for bringing me to the hospital? But people buy into this bullshit all day, and they think Bitcoiners are crazy. You think that's normal. Veterans should not pay income tax. Senior citizens should not pay income tax. You know? They don't have to. They don't have to. The government just has to stop printing money and has to stop pissing it away. Oh, we didn't have money for a wall to protect the nation, but we just sent another 425 billion somewhere. I guess we have a lot of money. I guess there's a lot of money just sitting around. Oh, but wait. You give it to them and they send it back to you. I see how that works. All right, cool. I got it. I don't care. I'm gonna do all of it. Yeah, property tax is one giant asterisk. No kidding. Yeah, raise a property tax to pay for shit. If you don't have kids, you shouldn't be paying for the schools. Oh, but that's how humanity works. We pay more per student than any other country, and our kids are freaking dumb. The kids in America, kids are dumber than shit. And that's where your tax money is going? To a failed education system that's still designed to turn out factory workers, reading, writing, and arithmetic, and you're okay with that? Holy cow. What are we talking about? Fractional banking, FD. Yeah, I agree. Decoupling from the gold. On David, that's what we're going to agree upon 100%. When we came off the gold standard, it became a freaking shit show. That's when, it used to be, because that's what money is. I did a whole thing on it on brorfredrik.com. Money is supposed to be backed by something. Back in the days when you were a cowboy, you had an ounce of gold, you didn't feel like carrying it around, you went to a bank, you said, here's an ounce of gold, they gave you a piece of paper saying, whenever you want your ounce of gold back, come back. It was all, every dollar, every piece of paper was backed by the equivalent amount of shiny rock, which is dumb. Shiny rock. Woo! Anyway, it doesn't work like that anymore. Once we decoupled free for all. You can print as much as you want with nothing backing it. Oh, but the strength of the United States military is backing the dollar. Nobody wants a freaking dollar anymore. I mean, there's countries that do, but it's a lame asset. You know, we're actually thinking about, there's a proposition to sell off most of our gold reserves to buy Bitcoin. But Bitcoin's a Ponzi scheme. Yeah, then why are we going to sell off gold? Shiny rocks. What the shiny rocks? Gold, Bitcoin is more valuable than all the silver on Earth right now. It flipped silver. Next, it's going to flip gold. It flipped every other ETF. It flipped gold ETFs already. It's amazing. You know what happened? I'm going to tell you a banking story real quick. Bank story incoming. What time is it? It's still early. I feel like I just got started. I feel like I want another coffee, but these new people who work here, they never come over and ask me if I want another coffee or not. I'm kind of missing Jasmine, you know? She used to be like on top. Alright, whatever. I mean, not that I don't like Hallie, but she's walked by me like 10 times and didn't say, hey, you good? I'd be like, no, shit's cold AF. Anyway, I'm still drinking anyway. We were talking about security on HeyBrorFredrik.com. Two-factor authentication, how to avoid SIM swaps, why two-factor authentication, how to use it properly, how it can be used against you. We talked about that stuff today. I'm not going to talk about it here. However, I will talk about this. I opened up another account with another whatever, and it required and this is a bank. Oh, did I just out myself? All right, it was a bank. So I had a new card attached to an account. They sent it in the mail, and it said, you know, I peeled it off, and no one, you know, I hate that it doesn't have embossed numbers. I hate that it's flat printed now. Anyway, so I get this card in the mail, and it says, call this 800 number to activate the card. Okay. So I call the 800 number, and it's like, enter the last 4 digits on the card to activate your card. And I'm like, wait a second. You serious? So I was just like, I was like this. This can't be that easy, right? So I'm pressing 0. So I get, you know, Narendra Kumar from Indiana on the phone, which it makes my head explode that we're talking to foreign countries with people who make 50 cents an hour, have access to all our accounts, and so does everyone standing over his shoulder because he's in his bedroom with the 5 other people who live there, looking at your account, knowing your passwords. Yeah, banks are safe. You people, it must be bliss, you know, it must be, ignorance is bliss, isn't it? Knowing too much, you know, it gives you a headache once in a while. Anyway, so I get on the phone with Narendra Kumar, and I'm like, bro, I want to activate my card. And he's like, I got you, man. I'm like, all right, what up? Oh, I'm getting a bra commercial, hold on. Let's have a moment of silence for the bra commercial that I always get. They always show me bra commercials. I figured if I gotta sit through it, you gotta sit through it. Alright. So, Narendra Kumar's like, I got you, bro. I'm like, okay, you hear that? Oh, that sounds good. So I said, so he says to me, alright, what are the last 4 digits of the card? And I gave him the last 4 digits of this new card that's attached to this new account I opened. I have accounts everywhere. I don't keep my money in one place, even if it's $1. There's no way I'm putting all my dollar bills in one bank. That's financial suicide. Open bank accounts everywhere. Anyway, I digress. Pro tip. However, I give them the 4 digits that's on the card. And he goes, all right, you're good to go. I'm like, what? You're good to go. I was like, I'm good to go now? He's like, yeah, your card's activated. I said, I can start using it right now. He's like, yeah. I said, how do you know it's me calling? He's like, because you have the 4 digits of the card. Nobody steals mail in India. Nobody steals mail in America, obviously. So he's like having such a hard time. I said, how did you know? There was a prompt by an AI telling me that if I put the 4 digits from this new bank card into the dial pad, it would be activated. So that means anyone on the face of the earth could have opened that up, looked, called the number, and activated my card and wiped out my funds. Even if they didn't have, let's assume, the PIN, but you could brute force a PIN. It's four freaking digits. I mean, wake the F up, people. It's 4 digits. Oh, I got a PIN number. You know how easy a PIN number is to crack? It's a 1 in 99,999 chance. All they gotta do is go 0001, 0002, 0003, 0004, and it's done in like 4 milliseconds with the computer, and your PIN is freaking cracked, bro. Hate to tell you about PIN numbers. So anyone, if I left it, if it fell out of my pants, if someone broke into my mailbox, they would have access to whatever was in that account, because banks are just saying, enter the last 4. They're not verifying even the card holder. Did not ask me my social security. Did not ask me a password. Did not ask a damn thing. I could have taken that envelope from said bank, thrown it on the strip, and within a couple hours, someone would have all my money. Because all that was required was a phone call and repeating back the 4 numbers without ever having to prove that I was the person who owned that card. That's how a bank works. That's how much they give a shit about you and your security. I was like floored. But what am I gonna do? Speak to your manager and change that? And I was just like, hey, that's kind of messed up, right? That like, anyone could have activated this. A dog could have activated it. A parrot could have activated it. A criminal could have activated it. And he was just like, have a good day. Anything else I could help you with? That's my banking story. So yeah, can't do that with my crypto. Yeah, well, it's sports is the big goal. Like they don't teach nothing. Exactly, Don. You know that more people. What is the? Okay, I can't say it. You could discuss it in the comments. You know what the actual toll of Homo sapiens that were unalived in those hurricanes really is? Like, what are they talking about? A couple hundred? But that would have hurt the Cackle Queen's chances. But not that they could have got any worse, because she got trounced anyway. But yeah. Oh, but we'll give you $700 if you qualify. What are we doing here? Where's the state now? Wow. Yeah, no kidding, Steven. No freaking kidding. You ain't gonna see nothing. Like I said, just get a simple dividend calculator. Go to like dividends.com or whatever. Find the dividend calculator and put in, Social Security paid from the time you started working to the time you stopped, and figure out what kind of, if people only realize what a scam that is. People talk about, Ponzi scam. It's the hugest. We got to rely on new people getting born. We got to harvest them at 18 so they can start making some money for us to pay off the old people who are retiring. How's that working out? You know, even at a modest 3.9% interest, you'd have 3 times what they're supposedly giving you. It's nuts. If that's not theft, I don't know what is. That's theft on a grandiose scale. But he's Uncle Sam. Uncle Sam. Yeah. Anyway. What are we talking about? It's not a bug, it's a feature. Yeah. So it's still gonna be around. Yeah, I don't get anything. I don't get mail sent to the house. I don't get barely any mail anyway. But yeah, I'm all about the personal security situations. Yeah, not in the house. Mail is just stupid anyway. Mail is dumb. Bitcoin is gonna do to money what, email did to stamps. Think about it in those terms. The internet's a scam. Yeah, but you believe in global warming. Oh, those poor polar bears. I'm in a great mood. Don't get me wrong. I just want to educate people. I feel like someone needs their cage rattled out there. That's what I'm trying to do. Or not, I really don't care. My life goes on. And I'm catching up on chat activities. So how's everyone doing tonight, besides all that? I don't know, I do want to do a live stream tomorrow night. I just don't know, I guess based on here, I could spend another $50 and park over here and go walk out, but you can't really see anything. I don't think I'm going. There's an outside chance that I might. Last year I live streamed the actual race, till my hand got tired, but I don't know. The way it's looking now, it's probably a no. But we could walk around and dig the environment, but the race isn't until 10 o'clock or 9 o'clock or something, so it's late. So I don't know. Maybe we'll just walk around the strip and we'll show you how dead it is, and people will go, "Hey, Bror Fredrik, I heard there's 8 million people in town." Okay, whatever. We'll see. However, I'm looking forward, isn't it amazing that Thanksgiving is just around the corner? I was going into my memories. How they dropped the memories? It was Thanksgiving was today, the 22nd, a year ago. 22nd, JFK got whacked. It's the anniversary is today, in case you follow those type of things. So I don't know. I'm not going to be live streaming on Thanksgiving, that's for sure. But maybe I will come out tomorrow night, because I like coming out. I like walking the strip, especially in this weather. It's just so beautiful to be out and about and enjoying. We will go out when I have to come back in, because I got to grease a few palms, I pay for coffee, and I like to give them all a couple bucks just for, I'm sitting here occupying it like I own the place, So I like to do that thing. Yeah, maybe we'll go out tomorrow. We'll see. We'll play it by ear. Yeah, it's dead. It is dead. Might be people coming now, but the way I figure, no one's flying in tomorrow morning to watch a race, If you had a private jet, maybe, but trust me, they're not going to be walking up and down the strip. They already got a suite somewhere and everything's set. There is nobody outside. I walked, instead of walking through the mall, because I'm just loving the fresh air so much, I walked from Caesars and I walked around the outside and came in the store rather than walking through the whole Forum shop. You hear that? There was nobody. If there was 10 people out there, there's probably people there, but you can't see anything. So you're just gonna stand there to listen. You kinda can hear something, but there's no police that I was aware of, unless they all came out now. There was no National Guard, which they said there was gonna be, that I've seen so far. I don't know. But maybe, that's what we gotta see today. Yeah, I don't care. Yeah, F the race. If I go, I am gonna live stream it, because it is cool. I don't say no. It's a cool thing to see. If you've never seen that, it's a cool thing to see. And the exhilarate, that sound, I had to lower the dBs because imagine being 50 feet from that without a building protecting you. It was fun, but it's one of those like, you know, I did that already, you know? So I can kind of like, have you ever been to an F1 race? Check. You want to go to every single one of them? Not really. Can you still walk around on the strip? I don't know. That we will find out. Last year, you could not. Last year, there was way more people here because people thought they could line the track and look until they got here and found out they put black tarps that you, for all intents and purposes, cannot see through. You can't see, like if you're standing here, you cannot see the casinos on the other side, you know, because of the height of it. So it's kind of a buzzkill if you just come here to be in Vegas. Last year, you were not allowed to stand still. Like, if you stood still and tried to do this and, you know, catch a glimpse, there was so much security and so much police, they were just like, get moving. You were not allowed to stand still. Keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. That's all you heard. Keep moving, keep moving. I did a live stream with all the keep movings. Keep moving, keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. That's F1. You know, God forbid you saw a car go by. Woo! You know? But this year, I don't even see any security. Maybe now that it's official because they are doing qualifying right now. You hear that? Oh, that sounds good. Maybe they're out there, but we're gonna see. You know, I gotta take care of Haley in a minute, but we'll see. Yeah, they're predicting, like every CEO, because I listen to all the earnings calls, they were just like, this year blows. They're giving away tickets. They're giving away tickets to like gold, not even platinum, gold card holders and whatnot. Police are telling me, I haven't seen one cop out here yet, to be honest. I'm not a single one. Maybe they're out there now. We're gonna go see. Matter of fact, let me grease up. Let's grease up Haley and see what. Yeah, let me get some money ready. Hold everything. I gotta get some fiat currency, some paper. Uh-oh. I thought I lost my fiat. My fiat currency. You know, being that, I mean, I'm like way more generous, but being that she didn't even take like 2 seconds to come over here and ask me if, you know, I wanted another cup of coffee. I sat here for half the show with half a cold cup of coffee versus the other people. I'm not feeling all that generous. I usually give them $10. $10 on a $5 coffee, but I'm not really feeling that generous. I think I'm just gonna give her 5. You know what I'm saying? Oh, on the bridges? Yeah, absolutely. But you can't see shit on the bridges. I mean, you can a little bit, like way down that way, but don't drop my Bitcoin activities. All right. Let me get ready to go. I'm gonna flip this around. Don't worry, you're not. Yeah, I'm definitely not all caffeinated. That's for sure. I'm only mildly caffeinated, but I like being caffeinated. Let's see if I missed any super chat activities while I was ranting about monies. Nope, I did not. We good. Alright, I'm gonna semi-pack up my stuff. Don't go anywhere. Because we're going outside, and you will hear what it really sounds like. Although it all of a sudden got quiet. You notice that? I loved F1 when when it was, oh no, they're still out there. I loved F1 when BMW was involved because I owned a BMW at the time. So it was like, yeah, you know, you had a vested interest because you felt like you owned part of it. But ever since BMW pulled out, it's like, that's cool. I get down with some Ferrari activity. Why is this camera kind of tilted? They priced everything so high last year. Yeah, and then, you know, yeah. There's a lot of complete F-ups. Who deleted your comment? I didn't delete a comment. Nobody deleted any comments. I could see if any comments were deleted, and none were deleted. I mean, you know who deletes them? YT themselves. But, no. I actually can press a button and see all deleted comments. And I did not, no one else did, but I can't tell if YT did, so, no. Ain't me, bro. Yeah, I'll be back in a second. Let me take care of this here real quick. And then we'll go outside and see if we can see nothing. Yeah, good times. Ready to go outside and hear some freaking racing? Alright, let me put the phone in my pocket a second. And drop this off at the counter. Thank you. It kills the vid, no way. Oh, I'm gonna take a couple of those. Alright, I don't think there's any cars going by. I think round one is officially over. Like, look how few people there are here. Last year, if you recall, you couldn't barely even walk out here. This is nuts. Alright, we might disconnect for a second. Like, see, you can't see nothing. You could hear, but you cannot see. So look how few people are here, considering this is a Friday night. Because, you know, they just learned. They ain't seeing shit. But there's nothing going by, neither. I'll show you, watch. Like, look at this. Even if you pull back a little bit and see, look how everything's like obscured. It's kind of trippy, right? Don't drop your Bitcoin. That's the beauty of it. Can't lose it unless I lose my seed phrase. Which I won't. I got it buried out in the desert, several places. Oh, no cars are running? What the actual F? What the actual F1? What the actual F1? I see you seeing me. Yeah, they have to be panicking.
Tell me this.
They
Why
gotta
settle for the best EV?
shut up.
You can build the best damn car.
Yeah, like nobody's gonna buy
Compromise
that.
nothing. Lose it.
Lose it. Nobody's ever gonna buy that. There's all sorts of 420 activities going on here. Alright, let me get ready. Like last year, you know, you saw the whole thing I did. Last year they were saying that the town made 1.1 billion. You know, which is debatable. Town, who's the town? The casino operators. But it was dead. I mean, we went straight from the race when it finished to the high limit room at Bellagio, and they were sending waitresses home because nobody was there. This year it's even worse. I mean, look at this. Just nothing. All right, let's get to walking. F it. But we are gonna disconnect before we reconnect. So chill you out a second. Yeah, this is wild. And this year they say they're only supposed to make. This should be illegal to do this to humans. That is so loud. There's no one in town. Nobody gives a shit. This year they say they're probably only... Oh yeah, F1 doesn't care at all. Yeah, they're getting advertising by... Even like the casinos are paying to be here. Oh, there goes a bus. There's a bus qualifying now. Yeah, there's going to be no more cars if they have the buses out already. Yeah, they obviously do not care. But I'm talking about the town as a whole. The town is supposed to generate 250 million, which is kind of nothing in the grand scheme of things. But they won't, because nobody, like regular people, are not really here. Like this would be an advantageous spot, but you can only see, okay, now that is you saw the pickup truck. There goes a van. When the F1s come by from this vantage point, you cannot see them. You can maybe see the rear engine scoop, and that's about it. And that's assuming no one is telling you, like, move along. But do you see one cop out here protecting this place? No. Oh, wait, we got a security guard here. I'm sure he's highly trained special forces. Okay, here's maybe a vantage point. Yeah, you can see something. They're transporting people right now. Yeah, this guy eating Cheetos is going to protect everyone. Oh, yeah, this is the extent of their security. They put an ad on Craigslist. Yeah, he looks like special forces. Yeah, it's dumb. Yeah, it's freaking dead, bro. What's going on? Oh, keep walking? We're doing that again? Alright, cool. I'm gonna walk slow. Yeah, man. I was told to keep walking. Oh my god. Keep walking. Some guy making $9.75 just told me to keep walking. How you doing tonight?
Fine.
Excellent. Can I walk in circles? They're not walking. So they put her in charge of all these high school kids. That is so funny. Yeah, it's freaking ghost town. What up, Jim West? Nah, it's just their job. I mean, if you, like, start shit with them, like, you know, if I really push the issue, they'd be obligated to call Metro, but I haven't seen anyone from Metro here. Yeah, that's F1. F1 saying, fuck you ain't seeing nothing. But, you know, like I said, they probably these guys got hired by Craigslist or something. Like Caesars employs, what do you call it? You know, those private traffic control people, you know, like, you know, the average 75-year-old woman with a stop sign in her hand at a school stop is more effective than they are. They're just like the worst. They hire, like, they look like addicts at the bare minimum. to conduct traffic in and out of the back of Caesars where I park, and it is a shit show. Like people, because there's a four-way stop at the parking garage, you know, and people know how to use a freaking four-way stop, but no, they gotta hire these like ne'er-do-well looking people to control it, and it's like a cluster F. It takes like a half hour to get out of here after I pay my $50. Cool car. Cool Ferrari. Scuderia Ferrari. So who's rooting for who? All things aside, I mean, it's freaking cool. I ain't gonna say no. We should have got up and looked, but whatever. It's what it is. Did the whole live stream last year. Got to watch the race for free. And those are good seats, too, that we had. But everyone, at least they're making money. They're not out robbing people, doing dumb shit. Yeah, I'm sure there's police somewhere. I didn't say there's none. I just say I haven't seen them. I have not seen one. It doesn't mean there aren't any. They could be hanging off the roof over there for all I know. I just don't see any. Keep walking. It's funny. This is a cool building. Oh, they have Gladiator 2. And in Gladiator 2, Denzel makes out with another dude. Can't wait to see that. Duh. Good times. I ain't seeing that freaking waste of a movie. The first one is the best. Marcus Aurelius. Who's read Marcus Aurelius? The Stoics. The Stoic principles. Stoicism is awesome. Believe it or not, I'm more stoic than you might think. Even though I talk a lot of shit. Stoicism is a good way to live. He got his mask. Whenever I see people with masks on, I'm always just like, I mean, do you, but alright, let's see how loud this music is in here. Oh, the new oh my goodness. That new freaking Jaguar ad is that's the end of them. They're trying to justify it, and the comments and whatever is unreal, but yeah. They are screwed, blued, and tattooed as a company. They're done. They'll backpedal on that soon. You know, pandering to like 0.05 of the population is not good for your business. But, you know, that's who's in charge, so they want to, you know, I mean, everyone wants to be who they want to be. But not at the expense of your shareholders. That's kind of messed up. But it is what it is. Wow, that's loud in here. You've read it? Thomas, good for you. Yeah, Stoicism is, you know, it's misunderstood. Stoic, lack of emotion, standing around like a robot. That's like the modern perception of it. But that's really not the concept. It's how not to, like, make dumb emotional decisions in your life. How to be pragmatic. And that's the game plan. Be pragmatical. Alright, we know we're going to get all the copyright claims now. Yeah. I want to get away. Oh, wow. I'm all blue. I slid in the back door. I still want a Corvette until it has to steer. Yeah. Agreed. Yeah, if you haven't seen the new Jaguar ad, I recommend you go and watch it, or not. But it's It's weird. It has some transmission issues. Big time. Alright, people, let me check Super Chat activities. And I appreciate Chris Knight, Frank, Janice, Mary Leathers, and Mike K for your contributions tonight. Awesome. Like I said, I don't know. Impulse decisions, bad. Pragmatism, good. Tempered with compassion and love for your fellow man at the same time. It is possible. I'm getting a claim for this one. But I'm having fun. So I don't know what's going to take place tonight. Tomorrow night, because I haven't made plans yet. I got people in town. I'm going to go probably see within the next hour or so. But the only way you're going to find out is if I live stream tomorrow towards the race, near the race, by the race. Is if you like, share, subscribe, hit the bell button to get notified when I do this again, which is at least 5 times a week. If you want to support the channel, you know how to go about doing it. Number one way, go check me out where I can say what I really want to say, which I can here, over at unless Elon buys the whole thing, over on BrorFredrik.com. I got the Cash App, got the Venmo, got all the stuffs down there. Holiday season, we got, what do we got? Olight, best damn flashlights known to man. Fellas, get your face, your skin, looking good with some T. Shanley, 30% off, 10% off, Olights, and I got all the links in the description for Amazon. You don't have to buy anything there, but if you start your shopping there, I get 1%. So if you spend $100, I get $1. But every little bit helps. I'm not making fun of it. Every little bit does help the channel. Because this channel is almost 100... No, I can't say that. I gotta be real. This channel's 87% fan-funded. 13% of it comes from ad revenue and bullshit like that. So, it's you guys who are keeping this channel alive. So I do appreciate it because I enjoy doing it. You know what I'm saying? I have fun. And it's my opportunity to see my friends, which you guys are, my extended family, which you guys are, and I love you guys. And on that note, on F1 Eve,